What's up, guys? Here are 3 strategies that I'm doing to get myself out of the rat race. 3 strategies I'm using to get rich. Here's number 1. Number 1 is stocks. Stocks, commodities, cryptocurrencies, and you could say currencies as well. I'm investing in all these things long term. Now, when it comes to currencies, I'm only trading, and that's more of a swing trade, position trade type of deal. You can say swing trader. But with the rest, stocks, crypto, and commodities such as gold, silver, or any other metal, investing in those long term, guys. Now, whether it's ETFs or individual stocks, I prefer ETFs and maybe 2 stocks. Now, this right here, guys, is how you compound. And from compounding is how your money grows over time. And that's important for creating wealth, because essentially what your money is doing is working for you. And with your money working for you, the more you can sit back and sort of do what you want to do with your time, and sort of own your time back, per se. And so, that being said, guys, you want to invest in stocks and ETFs, and you want to compound those on a monthly basis. At least $500 a month, guys. We gotta up the sort of ticker here when it comes to investing, because we want this thing sooner than later. We want our freedom sooner than later. So the less we play games and procrastinate, the more we can get right to business and to doing what we want to do with our time. Now, guys, number 2, the second strategy that I'm using to get rich and to get out of the rat race is through real estate. Now, with real estate, you can use leverage. Yes, properties are expensive, especially where I live. I live in Massachusetts, where it's probably one of the most expensive in the country when it comes to property. And so, with that being said, real estate is how you can leverage yourself to purchase a property, and with that property, you can increase the value over time of that property, which is allowing you to earn money over time by essentially sitting back, but at the same time, you need to keep up with your mortgage. That's the route you went with. So that comes with other reserves, such as backup money that you need on the side in order to make an investment purchase. But if you want to buy a house to live in, that's perfectly fine as well. First time home buyers program, as you guys might know, is 3% down. If you don't know, it's 3% down of the property, and then there you go. You grab that property and you start making payments every month, and you can live in it. Now, when it comes to your second property, you'd have to use different strategies in order to acquire those next properties. But as your first one, should be, sometimes it's the hardest, but also can be the easiest in the ways where you're able to have assistance many times on your first property if you're eligible. Now, and being eligible is based on your credit and your income and how much debt you owe as well. It's a combination of all those things. And so that's the second strategy I'm using. So once you have a property, you can either rent it out if you decide to move out later on, or you can rent out a room or many rooms if you have multiple bedrooms. You want at least 2 bedrooms, guys. Let's not do 1-bedroom properties. I don't see the luxury in that in any way. In many ways, I should say. But 2-bedroom would be great if you could purchase a 2-bedroom, whether it's a condo, house, whatever. 2 bedrooms is usually the way to go. Now, if it's short term and you really want to be on some dolo stuff, then which is fine, you know. Being solo is fine. 1-bedroom apartment, 1-bedroom house, no difference really. That's just ownership. But also, if that's the route you want to go, then get a 1-bedroom if it works for you, and then you can make moves with that later on. But if you have a 2-bedroom at least and you're by yourself, then you can at least do what's called house hacking, and you can rent out the other bedroom and have the other person in that room pay half of your bills on that expense, on that mortgage, and then you can carry on from there and use the rest of the funds that you would have spent on that other half to invest or save or take a trip somewhere for your own leisure. So that's number 2, is real estate. Number 3 is probably the most important, is having a business or any sort of entrepreneurship skill. So you want to have this because this is your engine that's unlimited. This is sort of your income machine that's unlimited. Once you're able to package something, produce it, sell it, then you're able to unlimit your income, the amount of money that you're able to make. Now, of course, nobody who starts off, or I say many people, most people who start off don't hit the lottery in 10 days of opening a business, right? You need to feed this, you need to have a strategy and feed into it so that it can grow on its own. And then later on, you can figure out what you want to do when that thing grows to what you want it to be. Whether you want to sell it, whether you want to keep growing it, you could bring other partnerships and automation tools so that you can kind of hang to the side and be a background of that while the operation is going on. So number 3, most importantly, is having a business. You gotta have something that produces income on the side, whether you're selling something or a product or a service. You just need to be able to market something and have something to offer the market. And this is how, if you're an American, and this is how this country began, was through innovation, was through the power of entrepreneurship and being able to become whatever you want to be through hard work. So the hard work is building it yourself and running it so that it can function later on, hopefully without you, or perfectly fine with you as well. So guys, that's number 3. Hope you guys enjoyed this quick video. Let me know what you think. Like, subscribe. I'll see you later.